of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, you're left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We got protect plus homeschool. Our babies just a must. They not just no moms, but also no posse. Spola, worshiping pedophiles, wanna feed out children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon base to silicone base. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released from prison with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? Where we should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
I'm just gonna shoot.
Nah, bro. Nah, come on. You almost there, bro. You almost there. Survive. Push up. You would die for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just lie down. Blue sky behind ground. A crown slash helmet. So my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down or even seatbelted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked the cards, my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. We bust off on some ice, some velvet shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, is a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly low, haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the silver hand, but with Hiller man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow, I set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as your goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper opera. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a ring, I'm dating space AC, yo. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. After shape the state, use a fake, you fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect custom practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, spray the adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel, I'm a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas carol lives what your fans get. The worlds and perils what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot. Everybody wants to get his own blueprints. And then they move to other little people. Never get a piece of pie. And no one goes for that. That goes for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I'm coming. That's why you niggas who got the face and you niggas just know that I know you
15 minutes away, man.
If you're broke. Listen to me, young people, old people too, mostly black people. I'm talking to you.
Hold on. We're in and I feel like you got it.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side eyes. Looking past the shot fight. Third eye game, straight vibes. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying that ice from the skybox. I got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Deaf and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real song. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been played out.
Tom, what's up, baby? How's everybody? What's happening? Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing? Hey, Carson, how you doing? Vice charge. All right. Then we're gonna read. Then I'm gonna head over to the gym. It ain't supposed to be no rain, but right here it look like it's trying to do something. Might be a light little 1-2% drizzle. Yeah, I think this is gonna hopefully benefit people. Give them a little assistant, you know. I'm gonna head to the gym, get my workout on. Other than we, a sucker or me, stand on 2 feet, or jump the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence, mostly disguised compliance, silence by clients, from conspiring cannabis, other aspirants of violence, charge of fire, shorting their hands too high, I'm shorting defiant. In environments of my words, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, groups, indictments. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm not flying. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push off the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck, drill music for real. My soul they don't possess, real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them, it's personal, know what the business is. Big monsters come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. There's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black, Mau Mau, or Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. There's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black, Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. I'll teach you up. Shine symbols for the conscious mind, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. I had a vision the past night, yeah, a circulation round, created successful reality from a virtue now. How? Stand on my square cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezes that'll hurt you, they smile all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bros, but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kids while y'all cross slow race. I stay hang around, you might learn something. Well, don't. The law fat checks purposely will keep me calm. Water fight at earth, turn me from that piece to a bomb. Blow the joint, just smithereens, the point in the centimeters. I've accomplished my inner demons. 490-degree angles, guarded by angel of shiny elite angels. Thank you, and I've poured around the chief trial. Oh, DeAndre, what's happening? Well, at least I'm flying plain view. I am my circle, how I govern 4 corners. Wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place in the space, they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. Oh, okay. Go back and finish it.
Stay high. Years later, he's the same degree, just gain density.
I look at those Cocker Spaniels, bro. Oh, you see them. Yeah, that was a good one. The last one, man. I think. Japanese. American.
My squares, my lift. Ask, is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rad spit. But the beach churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt, I cried, this kid, and then it tried to lift my shirt, bounce back from it. And I said, I'm done with being the sacrificial lamb. The jungle, I run it, thus the lion conquers over this numbness. Made a conscious shift, even in darkness. Sunlit on you false slice. Go have to be gold to glitter. After super poppers, just for
That puppy pulling, he barking at the big dog. The little puppy. A little toy. He barking, bro. He's pulling like, I want to get to that big guy.
360 on my square, see the circle, if not your mask off. You comish, dash your salt, the dialogues, trash talk, your past loss. Leave my footprints in the asphalt. Use the outline, correction, last straw. I blast off, I crash off to the next zest of living. Sacredly sex some whose ass off. When she walked that ass off, I told back to it like who makes sure Yanni sing. Her response, she dons me king. To who they gave me the script, my ops the prescription. This is my vision's description. Listen, I'm standing on my circle is me. I absorb your hate and make it work for me. Transform into fuel as I
No, come in here with all that. No.
Right where y'all started at.
Stay out of here with all that.
Sitting in my ship as we try
Oh,
to
ew.
thinking in destiny, the turtle and the hare. Acknowledge me as
squish it.
the
No.
circle and the square. Yeah.
Oh, squish it. So good. I'd rather have a red delicious apple, but
Now watch time and space rock a great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, wage the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fake marks. Once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, wage the heart as I sun ray my art, her mate the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fake marks. Once we make knowledge is when the rhyme and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my auric field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra core and heel, pound the pavement. Sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Resilient and all foreign and alien entities.
I think I'm going to Planet Fitness. Tools. There's Planet Fitness have these this equipment I want to use that they don't have at the other one, so I might go to Planet Fitness, which is like about 5-6 minutes away from here. There's one over there, but they don't. Do they have it over that one? They might have it over there. I don't know why. I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, it's actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's over there. You know what? Let me see. Yeah, it's over there. So it's between that. Yeah, it's about 15 minutes. Excuse me. I might go. Actually, EOS is over there too. I'll decide afterwards. What was that? I want an Irish lass, a mutt, a few kids, land to grow, build on without. Yeah, I'm gonna get land. As long as, you know, whatever they're doing right now, they're part of the second phase. Those who don't know, they're doing the second phase, and hopefully y'all can see it, whatever that is, right? They're doing the second phase, and it's got a hair in my nose, driving me crazy. That's not driving me crazy. It is what it is. That's the one that I can't play on here. They be still trying to say that he don't own it. That's crazy. Oh, it's that time. Anyway, let's go ahead and get in the read. Who's all up in here? I was in the middle of last day. I know, Dan. What's up, brother? That's just too much. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and the power now. I was going over some stuff. I still want to read the other one too, but I was going over some stuff, and I think this might be more beneficial as far as what was being described. Then I look like my cousin Jazz when she was like, she's been working out, so she done lost a lot of weight as a teacher and stuff. But how did you get up here, bro? Like, come on, man, we're not doing that here, bro. Come on, stay outside where you belong at, man. This is crazy. Anyway, besides that ascension, right, it's all one and the same, you know what I'm saying? But it's the power now, and I feel like this is very important. I was sitting, I went to sit down and charge up my thing. It didn't take but like 25 minutes to charge up, and I wanted to walk around a little bit. And it was a beautiful Chinese couple playing some of the most magnificent, beautiful instruments. Hold on. Pose. Anyway, right? They were just, you know, like, remember the guy in Kung Fu Hustle when they had the long fingernails and they pulled that? That was what it was. And this thing that looked like a flute, but it was different, and some other instrument. And they were playing, and I was reading, man. I was like in a deep place. Like, if you get hieroglyphs, right? They're gonna read it. I told them no, it means separate words, and they was like, okay, you know. I was like, yeah, I wasn't gonna get anything on my arm. I'm not like these people be getting like butt munch and all kind of weird stuff. They don't know what these people putting on them because they mean something different. But anyway, peace, strength, and spirit is what it says. And they were real appreciative of me sitting there. And the lady's like, you poor Chinese. I was like, I've got some Han in me, whatever that means. And I says, but yeah, my cousins are the Ings. And she's like, oh, we could tell. I was like, holy shit, man. Maybe I grew up just looking at things I never paid attention to. So, but I always speak on all my heritage, my genealogy. But so I hope we're not interrupting you. I was like, you were here. I'm just charging a device and reading a little bit. And I was reading for the whole 25, 30 minutes, and that music was just, look, man. Whatever is laid out is laid out, you know. I'm serious. The kids were standing around watching. They were playing rugby, you know what I'm saying? Like all the sports, and I was like, man, it took me somewhere. Like, it was just beautiful, man. You hear me? It was really beautiful, man. I felt like I was back in Chinatown, or like me and Maurice Shapiro was talking about, like Halstead. When I used to go to the Chinese guy with the one arm and get my kung fu uniforms. Like kung fu uniforms you can't get no more. Like we had the kung fu uniforms, like my brown ones or gray or whatever had a white part on the top that you would fold over, you know, like certain fishermen, Canton, Cantonese, or you know, fishermen. That was the old kung fu pants that we utilized. You can't even find those no more. And he had all the stuff, my whipping chain, my 3-sectional staff, my 6-foot bow staff, the stuff that I trained with, my butterfly swords, my dragon slides, the things that I utilize, I utilize in martial arts. Like those are the weapons if I had those weapons, I don't care who you are. Like, I mean, I'm practiced with them. In Wing Chun, you know, the butterfly swords. And the conversation, because they were curious as what I was reading. So I'm going to read that to y'all. And it fit the music. And the story of the music was there was this man in the mountain, like Wudang, you know, Wudong, you know. He was a wood chopper. And the man had an instrument, was in the lower grounds, you know, country. And he was playing this music that expressed the conviction of the sound that was harmonic going through the winds, the clouds, to the higher parts of the mountains, and how viral, but how required the wood chopping and the love for it was important as the music and a man playing the instrument to touch those. So it was like a love thing, like not love like what y'all think, but brothers, ascension and descent, but it wasn't in that format of, it was a connectivity. And the story is just magnificent. So I've been looking up, there's so many stories, we go with music, and I've been looking at them, and YouTube's kind of full. And thanks to our beautiful Chinese brothers and sisters that the stuff is there. And it was just magic. It was truly magic. It was beautiful. I mean, I got to sit right there. I mean, instrument right here, and they just jamming, and they had the little picks on all the fingers. And God, looking at the guy got up, he just got with his finger. Oh man. Anyway, let me get into reading the power now, okay? And hopefully this can help some people, because remember, if we talk about pain and suffrage and all that stuff, the thing is to find a way to mitigate its use for purpose, or to be able to put it where it needs to be and pass the past. Because some people get into a stuck position or a sticking point. Let me read, and maybe we can assist one another. That's what we're supposed to do. Instead of holding on to our anguish, our resentments, or the gullible things that are so easy, that mitigate factors that, you know, you all see me looking, but you don't know what I'm looking at, right? It's unimportant. It's for me to see. You know what I mean? So much I want to say. I've got to be slow with it. I've got to be, I have to have some tenacity, and I have to have morals. I have to be able to not con you into having a deeper understanding. God dog, yeah, I'm turning that back on. I just raised it up a little bit. Shit, my mama mia. Can't tell. It got too cold quick. Let me turn the fan out a little bit. Yeah, that way I can hear me talking to you. Shit. If these women stop wearing their underwear everywhere, man, this still make no sense. I want y'all to say, ma'am, 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 ma'am. I really want to do that. Like, I'm not driven sexually, but why walk around with your underwear on? Your butt cheeks all over the place. Like, what is... I know, different time. I'm not here to cuss or nothing like that, but come on, man. Put some clothes on, man. And then you too. Put on some shorts. They got some fringes and flaps to it. Anyway, big poop. So, past pain dissolving the pain body, right? I'm going to read a little bit of that, and then I want to go right over to negativity and suffering have their roots in time. And you'll see the connectivity, and hopefully maybe someone, especially women, that's why I really would like the women to come in, so that they can have their strength back. You know what I'm saying? Yo, home run for the mind. What's up, man? Lost for so long, passing wisdom and knowledge. It's important because we're all connected, regardless of what's playing out. We are all connected. Yeah, somebody was like, "Oh, I noticed that every once in a while." Oh, that was West Side, probably booty call. That my Bell's palsy and exercise. That's the reason why I get those lines. Then they go away. You know what I mean? But it gets drawn on this side more because all this is numb. All this right here is numb. I'm all actually moving it based on I'm controlling it. I couldn't. There was a long time even with the steroids. I couldn't get everything to work, man. Everybody thought I was shot in this side of the face. I was like, no. So I couldn't get this side to work, man. I mean, literally, my whole face was drooping like that. Seriously, this is control. Okay? So you're very capable. There's a guy I follow on YouTube who does the competition eating. Bell's palsy hit him. And I said to him, you can change that whole narrative. You can have full movement, but it comes with something. And in the mental thing, it could be as pain because I can't feel. When I sleep, my eyes dry when I wake up because it's not all the way closed. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? There's no secrets. There's nothing to hide. No, nothing to lie about, man. It's unimportant. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read this. And hopefully, I'm going to read 1, 2, 3 chapters, right? Now, I might tap into the 4th and go right over to the other one. And then you can see that the paradigm shift is really not a paradigm nor a shift. It all is an accolade of the same thing. And phonetically, how can you utilize it? All right? So again, this is the Power Number Eckhart Tolle. Excellent book. Many people have purchased it. And then we'll get into the next, okay? So anyway, past pain dissolving the pain body. All right? As long as you're on it, we read this before, but I'm going to give it a little again, okay? Let's give it a little again, okay? As long as you're unable to access the power of the now, present, every emotional pain that you experience leaves behind a residue of pain that lives on in you. It merges with the pain from the past, which was already there, and becomes lodged in your mind and body. This, of course, includes the pain you suffered as a young one, a child, you know it as a child, caused by the unconsciousness of the world into which you were born. Because if the conscious world awake, if it was conscious, these things wouldn't be happening. So the world is asleep. It's literally dead. This accumulated pain is a negative energy field that occupies, we broke that down, occupies your body and mind. If you look on it as an invisible entity, it's in its own right, you are getting quite close to the truth. It's the emotional pain body. It has 2 modes of being, dormant and active. We read this yesterday. A pain body may be dormant 90% of the time in a deeply unhappy person, though it may be active up to 100% of the time. I gave you a comparative, it wasn't a study, but it could be looked at based on your interpretation of your life or others around you. Okay? Excuse me. Some people live almost entirely through their pain body, while others may experience it only in certain situations, such as intimate relationships or situations linked with past loss or abandonment, physical or emotional hurt, and so on. Anything can trigger it, particularly if it resonates with pain pattern from your past. Sexual is physical and mental. Physical pain is physical pain that also affects the emotion as well. Okay, which I had dealt with, right? When it is ready to awaken from its dormant stage, even a thought or an innocent remark made by someone close to you can activate it, trigger you. Mine was physical abuse, and there are many who have sexual and that's physical abuse as well, in a different way. But some pain bodies are obnoxious, but it's still pain, no matter how you label it. Some pain bodies are obnoxious, but relatively harmless. For example, like a child who won't stop whining. Others are vicious and destructive monsters, true demons. Some are physically violent, and many more are emotionally violent. Some will attack people, bullies and stuff like that, around you or close to you, while others may attack you, their host, all right, as the host. And thoughts and feelings you have about your life then become deeply negative and self-destructive. Illnesses and accidents are often created in this way. Some pain bodies drive their hosts to suicides. Their host, that means they're like a parasite. They should not be there. We can go on, and I'm going to read a little bit of this, and then we're going to the next page. When you thought you knew a person, and then you are suddenly confronted with this alien, nasty creature for the first time, you are in for a quick shock. However, it's more important to observe it in yourself than in someone else. Why do you stay there, women? Men, why do you put up with it? To get to the place where it's no return. It's a false sense of control when you don't have no control. Instead of people looking at themselves to see that they have no control, that's why they lash out. And then the people who feel like they have no control when they do, because they're under the guise of pain, the intrusion of it, mental, physical, they stay as if they're stuck, like they have no one to reach out to. So let's come over to the negativity and suffering, all right? Negativity and suffering have their roots in time. But the belief that the future will be better than the present is not always an illusion. The present can be dreadful, and things can be better in the future, and oftentimes they do. Usually the future is a replica of the past. Superficial changes are possible. Superficial. Oh, baby, I'll never do it again. I got locked up. I'm out. You got a restraining order, or I got to go to anger management class, or I'm not using drug or alcohol. Well, those are just part symptoms. Did you fix the main problem? The alcohol and drug will drive you to a place, but getting rid of the alcohol and drug, does it only allow the real problem to be dormant for a moment? So again, usually the future is a replica of the past. Superficial changes are possible, but real transformation is rare and depends upon whether you can become present enough to dissolve the past by accessing the power of the now. To be in the present, and in your presence. To know that the path has no rulership over it. It is a form of control, real control. Your control, no one else's. What you perceive as future is an intrinsic part of your state of consciousness. Now, if your mind carries a heavy burden of past, you will experience more of the same. When you sit up there and you beat up on a woman, or a woman lashes out or lies on a man, this is reminiscent of something, patterns learned, self-conviction to things that have nothing to do with the truth. And a lot of time, when women strike out on men and they lie, it's because they're the ones that created the problem. We call it gaslighting and other narratives. It is a form of abuse and a form of lack of self-control and ill will towards responsibility. And in that, you have these forms of abuse, which are built upon self-anguish and pain, and we put it on others. And they, in turn, put it on others as well. It's a continued pattern based on the past, with no effort to resolve it in the presence of now, or in your present time. If your mind carries a heavy burden of past, you will experience more of the same. The past perpetuates itself through lack of presence. And the quality of your consciousness at this moment is what shapes the future, which, of course, can only be experienced as the now. It's always now. It's right now. It's right now. It can't be this last moment because it's right now. It can't be tomorrow because it's right now. Tomorrow doesn't exist, no matter how you want to shape or change it. So when you act, regardless of it happening in the past, it's always in the present. The quality of your consciousness at this moment is what shapes the future, which of course can only be experienced as the now. Now, you may win $10 million, but listen to this, that kind of change is no more than a skin deep. You would simply continue to act out the same condition patterns in more luxurious surroundings. Humans have learned to split the atom. Instead of killing 10 or 20 people with a wooden club or a jawbone of a donkey, one person can now kill 1 million just by pushing a button. Is that real change? If it is the quality of your consciousness at this moment that determines the future, then what is it that determines the quality of your consciousness? Your degree of presence. All right. So the only place where true change can occur and where the past can be dissolved is now. This is right now. This is the only point in time. Now. And when you start, it's even now. It's still the same right now. So what they say, instead of laying there, remember the brother earlier? You've got to make change. Change is going to happen inevitably, but you should be the proponent that controls the narrative. All negativity is caused by an accumulation of psychological time and denial of the present. Because if you're thinking to do harm, you're going to be thinking now and now and now in a psychosis. Okay? All negativity is caused by an accumulation. So you can accumulate it. Don't worry about yesterday. You didn't get rid of it then. You're in the now. Get rid of it now. Unease, check this out. Unease, anxiety, tension, stress, worry. All forms of fear are caused by too much future and not enough presence. Guilt, regret, resentment, grievances, sadness, and bitterness, and all forms of non-forgiveness are caused by too much past and not enough presence. You know, when you get that, baby, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. How the fuck you know what you're going to do next moment? You're only in the now. So that's empty messaging. And people buy into it when they should say, man, I'm out of here. That's an act upon now that stops what happened yesterday and won't allow to happen what may happen tomorrow. So it's not about tomorrow or yesterday. It's, I know what happened. You haven't changed right now, and it's word jumble. I cannot take that in and hold on to that responsibly, because and this now and the next now and the now, because that's now, as now, you might lash out and that be the last my now. Most people find it difficult to believe that a state of consciousness totally free of all negativity is possible. And yet this is the liberated state to which all spiritual teachings point. It is the promise of salvation, not in an illusory future, but right here and right now. You may find it hard to recognize that time is the cause of your suffering or your problems, where it's accumulative over a base of so-called time. Though it's fictional, it exists because it affects you, and you have not changed in the moment, in the present, in your presence. You have not changed, or in anyone else's presence or present. You all present and accounted for. You're in my presence, but you're not present because the you that I see is not the you that you are. And that you is still running around, and you have accumulated a whole lot of nonsense, and I'm supposed to part way and go, okay. Yeah, it won't happen. You may find it hard to recognize that time is the cause of your suffering, of your problems. Believe that they are caused by specific situations in your life. And seen from a conventional viewpoint, this is true. But until you have dealt with the basic problem making dysfunction of the mind, its attachment to past and future, and denial of the now, problems are actually interchangeable. If all your problems are perceived causes of suffering or unhappiness were miraculously removed for you today, but you had not become more present, more conscious, you would soon find yourself with a similar set of problems or causes of suffering. Like a shadow that follows you wherever you go. Ultimately, there is only one problem, the time-bound mind itself. If you don't do the work to change it and only want to manipulate it, then the change may be different, but the problem still exists. I cannot believe that I could ever reach a point where I am completely free of my problems. Holding on to problems instead of letting them go in the now, that means you've already premeditated for a future that don't exist. So you haven't done the work to forgive yourself, to remove it, to be the embodiment of the better you, because you're still leaning on the past without even refracting. You're not even allowing yourself to breathe. You are right. You can never reach that point because you are at that point now. There is no salvation in time. You cannot be free in the future. Presence is the key to freedom. So you can only be free now. Definitely, this is all about expansion. That's why I'm here. Kiyomiya brought me here. Magnificent. He's a wonderful brother, too. Hey, Thom, thank you, brother. West Side! And some would say it doesn't apply to him, but if you look at it, it applies to all of us. Doesn't mean that everybody will accept it in the now. We discovered it. Yet it is a reality. You know what I mean? Big book and little book. I hope y'all got something from that. I was going to read more, but I might read later. I want to go to the gym. I want to get my workout on. I need to talk to Westside. And I want to go ahead and get my arms and my lower back, get my plank in and get my ab work. And then, the sauna and all that good stuff. And I might, while I'm sitting up where I'm going to be at, or up in the back, laying down, whatever, because I've been going to sleep early. I've been slumbering early because I really want to catch up a lot of it. I might just lay there and read, just like a comfortable read to you guys, all right? So, it'd be good stuff, you know what I mean? These Teslas are nothing but junk vehicles. Anyway, I don't want to be judging the vehicles that'll bring more poison and toxin, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I hope that was beneficial. I hope that you get something from it. Hope you can utilize it and make something better out of it. And that was 43 minutes with about 10-15 minutes of music and blah, blah, blah. All right? So appreciate y'all. And I'm going to chat with y'all here in a few hours after my exercise and everything. All right?